Welcome to the Dorset Stour. Today we're at Cutt Mill for sunset. Cutt Mill, it's a wonderful place. It's a bit of a dilapidated mill, but that's the charm. This place, it just oozes it. It's falling apart, but that's why we love it. It's just got so much character to it. I absolutely love shooting here. It's a bit of a guilty pleasure, and I've spent more time here than I care to remember. But tonight we've got some high-level cloud. It's a bit 50-50 at the moment, which way it will go, but I'm really hoping that we'll get a nice, decent sunset out of it. We've got little patches and it's causing light to come through. At the moment, it's a little bit too cloudy, but as soon as those clouds open up, it allows a bit of light to fall and hit on the mill just behind me. And it really does look nice. The trees have got a fantastic shade of colour to them. There's some very sort of autumnal tones starting to go there, although it's still, a little bit of summer. But it really could look very, very good if we just get that little bit of light. We're using a circular polarizer today because we've got a gorgeous reflection on the water there of the mill, and we really want to bring that out. So I've just given it a little twist to make sure that reflection is just absolutely spot on. But we'll switch tactic later on, and the sky, we're going to try and bring out a little bit of the detail there. The high level clouds making it quite plain and white, but hopefully we can just pull a little bit more detail out with that circular polarizer. Settings today, we're using the Canon ESR, using the 15-35 wide angle lens. We've got the case K9 holder and polarizer, and we've got a 0.75 hard grad just to take the brightness out of the sky on there. Sadly, you can't get all the way around the mill anymore. You used to be able to get out to the sluice gates, which we've got just over here, but unfortunately they've closed it all off, mainly due to people jumping from it. So not a lot we can do about that, but we've still got a good shot on. The light's actually on the mill at the moment, so with any luck, we might get a decent shot. Well, we just got treated to a fantastic moment of light. I'm really sorry, I didn't get to film it. I was too busy taking the picture. But finally, what we've been waiting for has happened. We've got gorgeous light on the mill, all the surrounding, the trees have lit up. It really does look superb. And I'm so pleased. The picture looks like it's going to be a good one. Let me know what you think. The clouds looking a little bit heavy right now, quite thick. I'm not sure we're going to get the sunset that we're after, but we're going to stick around. We're going to hopefully get one anyway. We've already nailed a shot with the light, so we've got what we came here for, but it'll be a real nice bonus if we can just get that final sunset shot. I switched around lenses now. I was on the 15-35 earlier on, but I switched over now to the 24-105. And the reason I've done that is I want to use a lot of polarization on there. And on the 15-35, you just can't do it. The wide angles really don't react well to polarization at full strength. But with this lens, I can actually get away with it, and it can really bring out some detail in the sky for me. So that's the plan, and that's the reason for switching. Well, we're about 30 minutes away from sunset right now, and unfortunately, the cloud is getting a little bit thicker. We're still going to hang around just to see if something happens, but it's not looking so good, I'm afraid. All thoughts that I had in my first video, having an epic sunset, have all gone out the window. But I thought, shall I show it or shall I not? And I thought this is a much truer reflection of landscape photography. This is how it is the vast majority of the time. You don't go out and get brilliant sunsets every single time. If you get a single moment, you've done well. Well, conditions haven't really gone our way today. I'd love to have brought you an epic sunset, but it's just not happened. But the important thing to remember is when you're in these surroundings and you're enjoying yourself, it doesn't matter. There's going to be other days. You will get that sunset that you've been craving. To remember to just enjoy your surroundings, cherish the time while you're out here, and just live for that particular moment. No other cares in the world. You're out, you're doing landscape photography at a beautiful place. It doesn't really get much better than that. Well, we're having a little bit of a last gasp attempt here. There's a small bit of colour just started to form out the back there. Hopefully it might kick off, but it's looking quite weak. I don't think it's going to happen, but you never know. So we've got to be in it to win it. Well, sadly, today doesn't look like it's going to be our day. You never know, though. Tomorrow's another day, and tomorrow, it looks like there's mist. So I might bring you back for round 2. I'd really appreciate a like or a subscribe or even a comment from you. Let me know what you think. Good morning and welcome back to Cutt. Unfortunately, the mist just hasn't arrived this morning. The weathermen predicted it, but as usual, it's hopelessly wrong. There's a little bit around in the fields, but the river's just bare. We might get a little bit lucky when the sun comes up and a bit of mist might kick up, but at the moment it's not looking too great. But there is a little bit of pink in the sky, so we might still get an image. Pretty much our only hope now is just to wait for a little bit of light, and hopefully when that comes up, we'll get a little bit of light just on the mill itself, the surrounding trees, which are a nice colour, and hopefully we can still manage to sneak a shot out here. Well, we're just sat here waiting for light at the moment, but it's just not really coming, unfortunately. It's a shame because just behind me here, we've got some beautiful trees that are just starting to turn for autumn. Got some lovely green, yellow, and a small bit of orange tone on there. And if the light hits that, then it's going to look really nice. But it's really not looking good at the moment, so I'm just going to have to hang in there and hope for the best. Well, sadly, the conditions just didn't really happen. We tried our hardest, but there's just nothing you can do when it's like that. The weather forecast was hopelessly wrong, so I think I'm going to call it quits, head home, grab a cup of coffee and a bacon sandwich. See you next time. This is my first YouTube video. It's a big deal for me. So I'd love to hear your comments, see what you think of it. I mean, I'm sure there's a lot of room for improvement. Maybe you'll be kind enough to tell me where you think I could do that. I'd really appreciate a like, a subscribe, a comment, anything along those lines would be fantastic. It's a real great way to support the channel and to basically give me a little bit of confidence to keep doing these. If you'd like to see more, please do leave a comment.